Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Beyonce. Today we are talking the Cowboy Carter tour, and we're talking Beyonce getting hit with some legal paperwork, getting hit with a cease and desist. Let's talk about it. This is trending news, y'all. So, James Dolan shoots Beyonce a cease and desist letter in beef over the Sphere. The Sphere is, of course, in Las Vegas, y'all. So, Beyonce got slapped with a cease and desist letter from attorneys for Madison Square Garden boss James Dolan, demanding that she ditch a video for her new global concert tour that depicts her picking up and toying with the Las Vegas Sphere, the Post has learned. In a sharply worded letter to the Divas production company, Parkwood Entertainment, Kathleen McCarthy of the law firm King & Spalding, which represents Dolan's Sphere's entertainment group, accused the firm of prominently featuring and manipulating imagery of the Sphere without permission. Several social media users who attended her initial set of concerts in Los Angeles last week posted clips showing the video in which depicts a towering, hundreds of feet tall Beyonce striding through the Las Vegas skyline. Beyonce, many orders of magnitude larger than the Sphere venue, leans over, picks up the venue, and looms over it, McCarthy wrote in the Thursday letter obtained by the Post. Sphere accused Beyonce, who has never visited the venue, of impermissible use in violation of the company's intellectual property rights, which has resulted in significant speculation that Beyonce will end her tour with a Sphere residency. SEG was never asked, and the prominent appearance and manipulation of SEG Sphere venue in the video is unauthorized, McCarthy wrote in the letter. Sphere has given Beyonce a Monday deadline to halt use of the imagery in her videos. If the singer fails to comply, SEG said it reserves all rights to take further action as SEG deems appropriate without notice. The company is likewise demanding that Parkwood cease and desist from using the Sphere venue and the video immediately, in addition to refraining from using this imagery on any merchandise, promotional, or marketing materials or in tour movies. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour kicked off in Inglewood, California last week with multiple dates at SoFi Stadium before heading to major cities including Chicago, Houston, New York, and London. The global trek will continue through late July, concluding with 2 performances at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Last year, the New York Post reported that Beyonce was in negotiations for a Las Vegas residency at the Sphere. This, though, the negotiations, what happened, I believe I talked about this in an old video. What happened was negotiations for the Sphere residency with Las Vegas. We've seen U2, and I think currently Backstreet Boys is going to be starting something with the Sphere, starting a residency with them as well. The negotiations fell apart after the venue refused her request, Beyonce's request allegedly, because it was rumored that Jay-Z and Tina were visiting the venue on Beyonce's behalf. And they refused the request to shut down 2 weeks for rehearsals. Now, the issue with that is the reason that they did not want to agree to shut down 2 weeks for rehearsals was they felt as though this is also a tourist attraction. It's just not a location just for the concerts and the residencies, but there's other components of the Sphere that tourists, can visit throughout the day and stuff. And so nonetheless, it was proposed, well, I think I proposed proposed. I'm like, why not just recreate the Sphere at like another venue, someplace on the outskirts of Las Vegas? Like you have the money to do that. And then the other piece as well was that Beyonce's team also was seeking around $10 million for a high-tech production similar to what YouTube received, further complicating talks, the Post previously reported. It said that Beyonce was said to be exploring a 100-show deal with rival venue MGM. The Sphere controversy had erupted as Beyonce had struggled to sell out dates for her Cowboy Carter tour. A glance at Ticketmaster's website shows that there are plenty of good seats available for her scheduled July 25th concert at Allegiant Stadium, which is just 4 miles away from the Sphere. The Post also tried to reach out to Beyonce for comment and everything else. I just, y'all, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't know what the intent was. So what happened, for those who've seen the concert, because there's been people who've been streaming the concert on various platforms, there's a lot of different interludes that Beyonce has for costume changes and different things. And one of the interludes that is being referenced is she's basically towering over, and there's like I don't know if this is the same interlude or not, but there's another interlude where she's like towering over a town, a country western town that like mimics a movie from the 1950s. But in this one, she's towering over the Vegas skyline and is like picking up the Sphere and everything else. So I don't know if she was trying to toy with it or make it seem like she's bigger than the Sphere, or what it all means, but it sounds like as of now, I don't think the Sphere is happening. And for people to say that Beyonce is too big to do a Vegas residency, I need to know how old some of y'all are, because some of y'all must have forgot when Beyonce had a mini residency at the Wynn Hotel, at Encore, I believe, or at the Wynn. It was at the Wynn. It was around the time, I believe that was around the time the I Am Sasha Fierce album was out or something along those lines. And she had a limited appearance then. But there have been several rumors throughout the decades about Beyonce doing Vegas residencies. And initially she would shut down those rumors because allegedly she felt that that meant that you were officially retired or officially your best years were behind you. But I would argue when Britney Spears kicked off doing these Vegas residencies, and she was getting like $50 million. She was getting hundreds of millions of dollars to do these residencies. I feel that changed the narrative of people who were quote unquote older or quote unquote retired, or whatever else, or quote unquote has-beens. That changed the trajectory. We saw a lot of people, whether they were still making current music or not, that were getting these big Vegas deals. So you had your Celine Dion, you had Mariah Carey, you had Boyz II Men, you had Backstreet Boys, you had Gwen Stefani, you had Christina Aguilera. You're also seeing a lot of DJs and things like that getting a lot of deals, like Lil Jon and others. Bruno Mars has an ongoing Vegas residency at the Cosmopolitan. You saw this resurgence of current artists doing a lot with Vegas residencies. So I don't feel it's a negative for Beyonce, but I don't understand the concept of this Chitlin circuit, so to speak, with just all of the controversies and all the drama that's going on. It would just make more sense to just do a Vegas residency. But I think Beyonce, she likes all the pyrotechnics, she likes all these special effects and all this extra and all this and all of that. And I don't know moving forward how that is going to fit into a Vegas residency, what that is going to look like for her and everything else, because, you know, oh, and Usher just did a huge Vegas residency. How could I forget Usher? But I don't know what this means. I don't know if this means that, you know, Beyonce and the Sphere are just done altogether. I don't know if this means that Beyonce is never going to do a Vegas residency, or if she does a Vegas residency, maybe like what the article is alleging, maybe she'll do it with an MGM venue or another competing venue on the Vegas Strip. But yeah, but nonetheless, you know, I just don't know what we were achieving, right? Because I feel like this, and I also feel like Tina Knowles' book, I feel like some of these, you know, interludes and things like that, it's like you're poking fun at what allegedly has been in the news about you, what negotiations, what things have been in the news. But I feel like it is having the opposite and negative reaction that is causing more harm than good. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess we will figure out by Beyonce's next tour date on whether or not this interlude is still going to include the sphere or not. If she's going to stay, screw it, I'm going to still continue to use this, or if she's going to do a whole nother type of visual or whatever else. We'll have to wait and see what happens with this. But as of now, they've sent Beyonce a cease and desist, y'all. So we will see what comes of this. And we will stay tuned for the next tour date to see what happens, because you know somebody is going to stream it. You know somebody is going to know exactly when in the set these interludes, with certain interludes that had the sphere in the interlude, is supposed to appear, and whether or not that is going to be removed by Monday. So there is that. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.